Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Padded Up, a grassroots cricket segment in which we interview renowned and established PSL stars. I'm your host, Bayram Kazi, and today with me as my guest, I have South African middle-order powerhouse who is sought after around the world, David Miller. David, how's it going? And I hope Pakistan has treated you well thus far.
Yeah, it's been really good, thank you. Always love coming to different places and haven't really toured Pakistan too often, other than once before. So it's great to be back and experiencing PSL.
All right, so my first question is surrounded around the brand of PSL, and over 8 seasons now and 7 years, the PSL has built a brand that it's more than just a cricket tournament, with the whole context of it helping resurrect international cricket in Pakistan. So what are your feelings around all of that?
Yeah, to be honest, it's been a bit tough for Pakistan to not play cricket for many years in Pakistan. So, I can imagine really resurrecting it is nice to be a part of that process. And all the games have been really successful. The fans have come out to watch and absolutely love the game. So, it's really enjoyable to be experiencing this kind of stuff in front of passionate fans. That's ultimately the excitement of the game as players. Playing in front of thousands of people and doing well on the big stage. So it's nice to be a part of that journey, and hopefully it remains in Pakistan for years to come.
Yep, we sure hope so. So now on to PSL as a competition. Now you are a veteran T20 player who's played leagues across the world, and you are a mainstay at the IPL as well. And now you've had a bit of flavor of the PSL. You played for Peshawar Zalmi first and now Multan Sultans. So how do you think this competition fares in comparison to other franchise leagues?
Look, I've been asked the same question quite a few times about various other leagues, and to tell you the honest answer is everyone is different. It really does have their own flavors and ways about the different cultures. Coming from South Africa to West Indies to Australia to England to Pakistan to India, every league is very different and unique. Ultimately playing the subcontinent, you generally get a lot more fans in the crowd, and that's always a great experience. So for me, playing in front of so many people is always a cherry on the top. And I suppose bringing a bit of variety to one's game is playing different conditions. Not being able to play here for a long time, it's nice to be able to play here and get used to the conditions and try and test your game in different conditions.
Your former colleague Dale Steyn once said that in the PSL he gets a lot of youngsters coming in and asking for help and trying to understand his game. Is that something that happens to you frequently?
Yeah, definitely. It's part of the game. Being around for a long time now, you always do. You have this sense of responsibility to help out the youngsters when they need it, and at the end of the day, it's about making the right decisions on the field under pressure, and that comes with experience. So, to try and tap into past players or current players, mindsets and how they think, ultimately. The youngsters, you always want to learn as quick as possible so you can become better as quick as possible. So it has been a good sort of journey here in PSL, and the guys, the language may not be, it can be quite challenging at times, but the guys are definitely eager to learn and get better.
Awesome. So now with respect to Multan Sultans, you were with Peshawar Zalmi formerly, and you've made the switch. What's that change been like, and what's it like working with this fantastic coaching ensemble that you have at the Multan Sultans? You've got Andy Flower, Mushtaq Ahmed, Abdul Rahman, who's a very reputed coach here in Pakistan, Ajmal Shahzad, and also the COO Heather Azhar, who's quite involved in the mix of things.
Yeah, it's really nice to have experienced heads, looking after us, and like I mentioned, with all these leagues, you get the joys of it is that you get to meet all these great players and great coaches, and it really is a great experience. So to rub shoulders with the kind of experience that we have is great. And yeah, it's a bit tough to compare it to Zalmi. My experience there, I only played 4 games, so I wasn't there for too long. but just good to be here.
Perfect. Now, we've spoken about the support staff. Let's talk a bit about the skipper. How do you rate Mohammad Rizwan as a captain, and what's it like playing under his leadership?
Yeah, it's been really good. I've always looked up to him as a player. A lot of energy, a lot of like passion and enthusiasm that comes out, like he oozes with energy and stuff. So always running hard and very intense on the field. And that kind of energy definitely rubs off onto the players as captain on the field. So really enjoyed playing under him. He's very positive kind of character. And always very supportive.
Right, so you've probably played the fastest bowlers of your generation, and very recently Multan have unearthed Ihsanullah, who has quite consistently clocked speeds north of 150 kilometers per hour. So what's it like facing him in the nets, and do you think that he's ready for international cricket?
Look, to say he's not ready for international cricket would be the wrong answer, because I think if they are going to select him, I think he would absolutely thrive. But facing him in the net, I haven't done that. I would rather just have some underarm throws or some normal throws from the coach. So try and stay away from the fast bowlers in the nets, as I feel like a target, in the nets when there's all the tightness there. But haven't faced him yet and don't intend on facing him for the rest of the PSL.
So on to the fast bowling in general. Now Multan have suffered a fair few blows due to injury. Shahnawaz Lahani, Josh Little and even Wayne Parnell have been ruled out due to injury, but they've still coped really well and have one of the best bowling attacks in this tournament. So how do you look at all of that, and do you think that all bases are covered and Multan are a very good contender to lift that Supernova trophy in Lahore?
Yeah, definitely. We've showed 4 out of 6 games we've won already, played, batted really well, bowled really well. So in terms of covering all bases, we've got that covered. I think now just be kind of to continue that momentum into the back end of the competition, which becomes really important.
So I just want to ask you, what's next for David Miller, and have you set any particular targets for yourself in the latter half of your career?
No, I haven't set any targets. I don't particularly enjoy targets. With the leagues coming around the world and playing international cricket still, I kind of just go from series to series and league to league and try and really being the story of my career is just to try and overcome whatever challenges I face in front of me. If I can just tick it off slowly but surely and just making sure that I'm doing the right things, staying in gym, getting nice and healthy and staying fit to be on the park is definitely a target that I would probably actually intend on doing as I'm getting a little bit older now, so I need to look after the body. But yeah, I think it's just trying to overcome every challenge on batting in the middle order. You're always faced with different scenarios, and just to try and win games for your team, whatever team that is. And look, I'm really enjoying the space I'm in, and I suppose at the end of the day it is about how much you enjoy it and the passion that you show in those dark times and those not so enjoyable times. It's about how much you actually want it and that will get you through those dark times. So yeah, I really enjoyed my journey so far.
Lovely. So we wish you the best, obviously. And just on a closing note, I've heard you're quite the foodie. So talk to me about Pakistan's food and what are your favorite items?
Gee whiz, there's been a lot of kebabs, there's been a lot of chops, there's been a lot of that chicken mince, I don't know what it's called, but
keema,
it's keema probably. But yeah, Pakistan food's been really good. We've been treated, by the management, and yeah, it's been really good. So hopefully we can get out a little bit more.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, David. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers.
And thank you, viewers, for tuning in. For similar content, stay tuned. Brought to you by Grassroots Cricket.